Hi everyone, welcome back to Wes Knows Tech News and Reviews. Today we're going to do an update on the GTR 2E, the Amazfit GTR 2E. So exactly 2 weeks ago, on the 1st of July 2021, we found out that finally the OTA Alexa update has made its way to the Amazfit GTR 2E as well as the GTS 2E. So we made a statement about that, but we didn't actually check it. So that's why we're going to be using this review right here to actually test if Amazon's Alexa does work on the GTR 2E. So without further ado, let's get into it. Before we start testing out Amazon's Alexa on the GTR 2E, let me actually tell you just a quick summary about this watch, because this is the mid-range smartwatch from Amazfit. So the Amazfit GTR 2E as well as the Amazfit GTS 2E are the smartwatches standing in the middle of the smartwatch range from Amazfit. So to start off with, the most basic smartwatch is the Amazfit GTS 2 Mini. Now the flagships are the GTR 2 as well as the GTS 2. The only difference between the GTR and the GTS is that the GTR is round, while the GTS is more squarish or more rectangular. So we've got the GTR 2E with us. Let me tell you a quick summary about it, just to remind you what this smartwatch is all about. The GTR 2E features an optical heart rate sensor, a gyroscope, accelerometer, air pressure sensor, temperature sensor, ambient light sensor for your auto brightness, waterproofing up to 5 ATM, meaning it's 50 meters water resistant, and it has Bluetooth 5.0. There's also dual inbuilt GPS, just to make your sport modes that much more effective. So the watch has a round face, and overall it looks great. It's round, it's got 2.5D Gorilla Glass sitting on top of it, so it is curved around the edges, but it's flat on top, and it's a huge display, 1.39 inches. The resolution here is 326 ppi, and that is the 454 by 454 pixels. So that is the same resolution as we had on the Huawei GT2 as well as the GT2 Pro. So 454 by 454 pixels. So it's got the classic sports design, where you have an aluminium watch case. It sits very thinly up on top of your wrist. It's got a 22mm strap on it. It's a silicone strap. It's the quick and easy click-in straps, so you can replace them for leather, for metal, or whatever you want. So you can get third-party straps for the GTR 2E. And also it's got a multitude of features and functions. Let's start off with the sports. So there are 90 sport modes, and as we mentioned, it's up to 50 meters water resistant. So you can take it to the pool, you can take it to the showers. But not only can you use it in the pool, because it's got dual inbuilt GPS, you can actually take it for open water swims. And that means go to the sea, go to the lake, or to the river, and you'll be able to calculate your distance because of the inbuilt GPS. Also, if you're doing your running or your cycling, the inbuilt GPS allows you to leave your phone at home. You just don't need it for distance and speed tracking. You've got it all in your watch. Also, you've got onboard storage. That means that you can actually upload your music to the watch. You don't need your smartphone with you with this one. Another major thing about the GTR 2E as well as the GTS 2E is the extra long battery life. We're talking 3 weeks of typical usage from just one charge. So as with all the Amazfit and the Xiaomi watches, you get Pi. So this is your personal activity index. Now Pi is a single value that basically tells you everything you need to know about your cardiovascular health. It takes into account your sleep, your steps, and the heart rate intensity. So the intensity at which you were doing particular exercises. And as long as you keep that value above 100 points, well, as a rule of thumb, you're 25% less prone to getting heart disease. So on here, you've got continuous stress monitoring, you've got continuous heart rate monitoring, you even have a pulse oximeter in here to measure your SpO2 or your blood oxygen saturation level. You've got a compass, you've got a barometric altimeter in here. You also have a temperature gauge. And now to the things that makes the GTR 2E different from the flagship. Well, first of all, the screen or the display. So the GTR 2 actually has 3D glass. So that means it's curved all the way from the middle of the glass to the edges. Here it's just curved around the edges and flat on top. Also, the GTR 2 has a speaker. The GTR 2e does not have a speaker, just the microphone. And this is what we're going to be testing right now. So let's see how Alexa actually works on the GTR 2e. So we can expect that we would speak the question into the microphone, but we would have to read out the actual answer. The watch does not have a speaker, so it can't say the answer. Let's ask Alexa a couple of simple questions. What's the weather today, Alexa? What time is sunset today? What time is sunset in London, UK today? How far is London away from New York? Tell me a joke, Alexa. Alexa, can you find me a song? Alexa, when will you have a speaker? I am, yes. Are there any speakers sold in Argos? Nice speaking with you, Alexa. How are you today, Alexa? So there we go. Alexa does work perfectly on the GTR 2e. Well, as perfectly as we actually expected it. Thanks for watching this short review of the GTR 2e, the Amazfit GTR 2e. If you did like the content, please drop us a like. And if you want to see more of the same, you know what to do. Please click the red subscribe button below the video. And we'll see you in the next one.